What was I doing 7 years
Hey
ago?
everyone, my name
Open
is
heart
Kathy.
surgery
I go with
to get
Seven
an
Tips to Kathy
LVAD.
on most of my socials. I also have a second channel called Queen of Hospitality that I started this year. But the reason I'm getting on today is because I want to share that 7 years ago I had my first open heart surgery at age 27. Sorry, I had to think about that for a second. And I say first because then 6 months later I had another one to get a transplant, a heart transplant. But 7 years ago today, on the 22nd of December, I'd gotten a left ventricle assist device, also known as an LVAD, implanted into my heart to help it pump. Previously that year, earlier in December, I'd actually died, and my parents had to run out of the room and find hospital people to resuscitate me and bring me back to life. And then I was flown via helicopter to Orlando. I was in a Melbourne hospital at the time, Melbourne, Florida. And then I was flown to Florida Hospital, which is now Advent Health, where they helped get my other organs back to stable enough so I could have open heart surgery. And that all started, it was either December 9th or 10th, which was exactly a month from my 28th birthday. And this, like, that whole month was a blur to me. It still is and will always be. I don't know if it's my mind playing a trick on me or if it's just I don't remember too much of anything. But yeah, in 2017, I was teaching kindergartners for my first year of like being a first year teacher, and I started getting sicker and sicker. I got weaker and weaker. Couldn't walk from my car to my classroom, and then it got worse. It got from my car to the front office, the car to the lunchroom, and of course I was a couple hours south of my home county. And sorry, I'm trying to find some napkins because I'm getting emotional already. um but yeah, I went to walk-in clinics down in St. Lucie County, and they all just passed me off as I was had a sickness. I had a cold or a flu, nothing big deal. Finally my mom came down and took me to a family doctor type doctor, and we kind of just she kind of forced them, because at that point I was kind of out of it, to do an x-ray. And that's when they found my lungs were full of fluid, and my kidneys were failing, and my heart was too large for my body, which means I had cardiomyopathy and I was dying. And then we rushed back to Brevard County, where I've grown up my whole life except for years of college and then a year on cruise ships working. And then um, they tried to get my blood at a local hospital or a local clinic and couldn't find a vein. That's how bad I was. So they rushed me to the hospital in Melbourne, and that's where December 9th or 10th I died. I flatlined and got resuscitated back to life and was flown to Orlando. And then for 12 days they worked on me until I was strong enough to 7 years ago today, the 22nd. I had open heart surgery with my doctor and nurses and all the medical professionals that I am so grateful and thankful for. Thank you guys. You know who you are. A few of the ones I know for sure are Dr. Silvestri and Kim, Nurse Kim and Nurse Jeff. Or I'm not sure if Kim was a doctor or nurse. My bad. She was the floor person on the floor that I was at frequently after that. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to share that. I don't know why I'm sharing actually. I just felt like making a video about it because a lot of people are going through tough times. I'm going through a tough time this year. It's been rough for me. Over the summer, I had an issue at a theme park, and then when I got driven home, I had a seizure and got traveled by ambulance to a hospital in Orlando. Um, Not Advent Health Florida Hospital, but actually Orlando Health. And between the ambulance and the emergency room at that hospital, they lost me in the system. And I was a Jane Doe with a different name because they just randomly assigned me somebody, assigned a random name, and I was lost in the system. My dad and brother say it was only for a few minutes or 10 minutes or so, but in my mind, I'm thinking if they weren't with me, if they weren't there to look for me, I could still be lost in the system. And that's very scary with what I've been through and what I see on TV and all the shows and movies and books and everything, because that happens to a lot of people. But anyways, back to 7 years ago, I got successfully an LVAD implanted in me. And if you're not familiar with an LVAD, they actually, after they do the heart surgery and get that all back together, I had to relearn how to walk. I had to relearn how to sit up and stand, and went to physical rehab to do that. And it was a pain in the ass, but I got better, and learned how to do it all again. But the LVAD, literally, I had a wire coming out of my stomach over here on the left side, or a tube, wire and a tube, obviously, and it was connected to either a wall outlet or battery packs. So in my mind, I know it's not probably the right term, but I felt like I was a robot for 6 months of my life. And when you have an LVAD, it actually takes away your heartbeat, which is a whole nother concept that's very scary, because the heartbeat is what you do. Like, the classic thing to know you're alive is you feel your heart beating, and with the LVAD, you don't. So when they go in, and when you go into exam rooms and stuff, they check for a pulse using a different machine. I don't remember the name of it, because you don't have a pulse. You don't have a heartbeat. So you physically don't have what almost everybody thinks of when you are alive. So that's very creepy. And yeah, and then I was in and out of hospitals for that 6-month period. I got an infection in my driveline, which is what the wire is called, and that's actually what pushed me up on the transplant list. And then I had 2 false alerts for a heart, and then in June of 2018, when I was 28 years old, I got a heart transplant, and now I've been living with it, struggling some. This year's been rough, between my stuff and other people in my family stuff, and then other friends and stuff, and of course the elections, which if you know me, you know my views, and just, it's a lot of stuff to carry with you, but I'm still here. Don't really know the reason for sure. Hopefully there's a bigger reason. I'm trying to find it. But yeah, just know you're not alone. I'm not alone. I have my family and friends. Hopefully I can see my friends more than I have been. But no matter what your struggles are, just try to stay positive. That's what I try to do. Unsuccessfully a lot of times, to be honest. It's hard. But yeah. I'm gonna try to share more next year, and maybe starting this week, who knows. But yeah, I have no idea why I'm on here, but just try to remember to be grateful for what you have, because you never know when your time is up. Also, please remember to donate blood, sign up to be an organ donor, and when you sign up to be an organ donor, you also can sign up to be, or you kind of sign up, collab, like all 3 things together, organs, tissue, and corneas, because all 3 of those can be life-changing. The organs and tissue, and, well, I guess corneas can be life-saving as well. The organs are vital to people that are struggling, that may not know they're struggling, but may need a transplant. I didn't expect when I was 15 or 16 and put the heart on my license to actually need a heart, and lots of blood with those surgeries. But you never know that when you or a friend or a loved one will need a transplant of some sort, or blood donation, or tissue, or corneas. So just please be grateful for what you have. Be present with your friends and family. The greatest present, going back to Grinch and Cindy Lou Who, is being present in your day, and be loved by the loved ones around you, and love those people. Be thankful and grateful that you are alive, that you're able to stand, that you're able to walk, that you're able to wheel around if you're in a chair, to be able to breathe on your own, to have a heartbeat, to do everything that you can or can't do. Just be grateful for what you have, and grateful for what you have in your life, and wherever you are in the country or in the world, just be grateful. And yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. It's a struggle, like I've said. I also have mental disorders. Mental health is a priority, and yeah, between all the medicines I'm on for the different things I have, and the different things I'm trying to prevent, with the heart transplant, we prevent, the heart is not mine that I have, so I have to take anti-rejection drugs that make me immune compromised. So just try to be nice to others, be friendly, be kind to strangers. If you see strangers and you can help them, be kind and helpful to them. Just be thankful for what you have. Also, survivor's guilt is a real thing. Because the heart I have came from somebody that's not going to be with their family. I know they were sick or something, but it's just difficult. So just be kind, because you don't know what the other people around you are going through. People suffer in silence. I do. You don't want to make your loved ones or your friends worry about you, so you just try to be strong enough, or just try to hide it, and it's difficult for everybody. So when somebody cuts you off in traffic, or if somebody looks sad in their car, it could be because they are struggling with things, and you just never know. So just be nice and kind, and be present and grateful for what you have, and sign up to be an organ donor and a blood donor and a platelet donor, all that you can, to help people. Thank you to all the nurses and doctors and hospital professionals and anybody that works in hospitals and doctors' offices, because you guys literally saved my life a couple times now, and you guys work hard and are thankless, or often not thanked. Also teachers, I was one before I got sick, and they're often neglected, and they put in a lot of work to help raise your kids and teach them things that they need to be taught, and it's a struggle between the professional, or between all the standards and all the administrators and all the different things they are required to do. They are often forgotten, and it's sad. But I guess just, I'm thankful for being alive, although some days I wonder why I'm alive, and often just struggle with it, because, like I've said this video and other videos, it's scary. The world is a scary place, and you have to try to find your place, and that's what I'm trying to do. But anyways, I guess I'll end it the way I usually do, with peace, love. I love you. Thank you for watching, and if you want to, you can follow me. If not, I don't really care. Share the video if you want. If not, oh well. Honestly, it's just soothing to sometimes get out what you're feeling inside, and I'm going to try to do that some more. Anyways, bye guys. Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, all of them. Sorry, I forgot some of them. But yeah, Happy New Year if I don't post before that, and just try to be grateful for your friends and family. If you're looking for friends, I'm open to friendships. Reach out. We can create a group, go back to COVID times and do Zoom calls and stuff. But yeah, bye guys. Peace and love, and remember to donate life. I love you guys. Thanks.